you ready? Are you ready? Let's go!
Do you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for?
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the Unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all of these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear from Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Do you think that worked? During Tuesday, thank you for being here, Gina Ricci. We have extraordinary people on The Real Raw on this magical day in late July. Second half of 2021 is rolling. Gina, who we got?
We have this extraordinary Platt friend outside of Boston, Sean, Miss Jillian Wallace. She is the CEO of a solar company, yet she's looking to transition out of that. And guess what this superwoman is up to as she's transitioning, Sean? She is writing her first book. And like us here at Unblinded, she is seeking to make the world a better place for everyone. Welcome, Jillian Wallace, to The Real Raw.
Jillian, welcome to the party. How are you?
You're on mute, Jillian. I am outstanding.
Awesome. So Jillian, thank you. And what's the name of your book?
It's going to be The Blue Couch Conversation.
Ooh, and what's that about?
It is about my trials and tribulations with a relationship of 21 years. Me and my significant other had a conversation on a blue couch 21 years ago, and it was the basis for and the foundation for our relationship. And the book is going to be about the lessons that I learned from that conversation, the things we talked about that kept us together for 21 years, and the things we should have talked about.
Ooh, I love it. So Jillian, congratulations on that. And besides the fact that a blue couch created enormous acceleration in your life and beautiful things, what's your fun fact?
My fun fact, I'm learning how to surf. I have a house in Costa Rica and I'm learning how to surf, and it's harder than you'd think. At least I'm learning that.
Yes, it is definitely harder than you think. And imagine adding on top of that you're blind and then doing some surfing. So I am present to it, loving it. And here's a fun fact, Jillian, from me. I was surfing this morning.
Yay!
So awesome job. And Jillian, P.S., when did you first come to the world of Platinum Partnership?
2017.
Very, very nice. That is amazing. So from one plat to another, welcome to the party.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Yeah, Gina got Jillian surfing, blue couches, and who is hanging out with Jillian in the participant chair?
All right. This man knows everything and anything there is to know about senior care housing, clinical care for seniors. And guess where, Bella Verita? This gentleman, guess what vivacious city he is coming from?
Austin, Texas.
Ah, so close. The other vivacious city where you are from.
Las Vegas,
By the way,
Nevada.
that is it. He is also. He is a health warrior, by the way, having lost 100 pounds. Yes, 100 pounds, coaching others to do the same. By the way, I think I found some of your lost pounds during COVID. Just saying. He is a martial artist master and a physical training master as well. Welcome, Rommel Timble, to The Real Raw.
It's Rommel?
It's Rommel.
For Rommel?
Rommel, yeah. I like the German general.
Oh, Rommel.
He's nodding his head, yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I can't say. So Rommel, awesome. So Rommel, what's your fun fact? Congratulations, by the way, on doing something extraordinary. Very few humans ever lose 100 pounds. That's awesome. And certainly not keep it off. Extraordinary job. And what is your fun fact?
My fun fact is that I played against Andre Agassi, Pete Sampras, Michael Chang, and when I was a junior ranked tennis player in Southern California. And it got to the point that my cousin, who's about 10 years younger than I am, he ended up becoming the first Asian American, first Filipino American to ever win the NCAA singles title back in 2002. So that's a little fun fact that I kind of have.
That is a super fun fact and certainly nothing to sneeze at. So congratulations on that, Rommel, and all the great work that you're doing in the world. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. G Money, we got some participants. Who do we have in the judges' chairs?
We have this extraordinarily heart-centered rock star attorney out of New York State who's looking for her next move, actually. Lots of experience in medical malpractice, Sean. And she's a mother to 3 parakeets. 3 parakeets, by the way, and I was not able to keep my parakeets when I was little very well. So I'm glad to hear that you have 3 beautiful parakeets. Welcome to The Real Raw.
Thank you.
Glad you're here.
So, amazing. G Money, we got cut off right at the moment of introduction of this amazing person's name. So what was that?
Oh, Anam. Pronounced
Anam.
spelled Anem, and pronounced Anam. Correct? Anam Sheikh. Yes.
Pleasure, Anam. And what is your fun fact besides your love for parakeets?
So my fun fact is that after law school for a while, I actually was driving for Uber and Lyft. So it was a very interesting experience.
I can only imagine. So what was your most ridiculous moment as an Uber or Lyft driver?
I think my most ridiculous moment was, I'm trying to think. There were a couple, but I think it was like late at night. I was driving, and by mistake, like I went to a bar to pick up these guys, and I didn't realize how hard it would be to handle, like, really 3 drunk guys. And I think one of them lied to me and told me that he was like an anchor for NBC News, like a weather person, and he had like a work card for them, and I think he did work for them, but he was like so drunk. So I think that was like really funny. That I realized not to drive at night anymore.
Yes. So check the box. Do not drive at night any longer as a law school graduate. Yes, for Uber or Lyft. So thank you very much. Anam, thank you for being here. We're going to have some fun. You ready to have some fun today?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. So G-Money, who else we got?
All right. A super mom from Texas, Bella Verita. She's a real estate rockstar investor and a financial firm entrepreneur. We're so glad you're here, Ivy Ford. Glad your technical difficulties didn't keep you from us today. Welcome to The Real Raw. Can you unmute? Yes.
And it's Ivy?
Ivy Ford. Are you able to unmute, Ivy?
I didn't know I was muted. Let's see here.
You're unmuted
We
now.
got you. We can hear you now.
Now you can hear
Oh, got it. So Ivy, how are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
We're doing great. And what is your fun fact, Ivy?
I don't know if I have a fun fact, but I'm all
You have no
over-
fun fact in your life? Come on, Ivy. Come on, Ivy.
So boring.
There's no way.
Well, actually, one thing that I can say is that I really sort of enjoyed. I spent about 7 years in California, away from business, and I really took my kids back and forth in the entertainment industry. A lot of Disney, Nickelodeon, just a lot of nice little things. Being able to be on the set, see how they're like filming everything. A lot of fun stuff because you're working with kids. So it was really nice.
Nice, Ivy. Love that. Pleasure to have you here. And are you ready to judge people on their influence as a superpower?
I think maybe, not sure. Did you hear that, Ivy?
G Money. I love it. Got it.
Got it.
So Ivy may be muted. G Money. Let's keep moving.
All right. So I think there's some tech difficulties there, but we are going to roll on to the next judge. Yep. Okay, Sean, coming out of this musical town in the Southeast, where do you think that is, Sean?
Nashville.
That is it. You are right. This happily married father of two is the past president of Tennessee Defense Lawyers Association and Top Attorneys of North America and upcoming Top 100 Lawyers magazine, practicing, crushing, not just practicing, workers' comp defense. Welcome, John Berenger, to The Real Raw.
Good afternoon.
John, a big world. What is your fun facts as the crowd goes crazy for you, brother? So yeah, what is your fun fact, John?
So being from Nashville, I used to be, at one point in time, I was a backup singer for Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson.
I love this. What did you sing with?
I was backup singer on the Highwayman 2 album. It was with Johnny Cash, Chris Christopherson, Waylon Jennings, and Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson. So anyway, but did the overdubbing and the backup for it. And it was a lot of fun. Paid my way through law school on the music and playing in bars and that kind of stuff.
All right, awesome. Excellent job, my friend. Thank you for being here. Backup singers, blue couches, books, parakeets. It's just another Trajectory Tuesday on The Real Raw. G Money, where are we going?
We have this wand swinging influence sorcerer with a big smile and a big heart here, Sean. You know who I'm talking about?
Yes, coming off of a speaking engagement in the world of sales, disrupting it, understanding that energetic transference is foundational in the space of selling. But people are like, it's just not me. It's not who I am. Yeah, but regardless of who we are, there's rules of how it goes. Like, you could be however you want to be, but if you attempt to cook something and don't turn the oven on, you don't cook it, Bella Verita. So there isn't any part of this that's like who I am in my style, my way. There's just the ways that work. So Bella Verita, what's happening? Because you are the influence sorceress from selling crafts in your front lawn to being a 7-figure earner in the space of network marketing to going out and creating the unbelievable, truly extraordinary, unfathomable #1 business brokerage in the state of Nevada in your 20s to now being the chief influence sorceress in the space of aligned talent, sourcing, selling, marketing, leadership, all the talent in the world to help people grow and scale their business. Bella Verita, welcome to The Real Raw on this Trajectory Tuesday. My co-host. What is happening, Bella Verita?
Hello, Mr. Sean Callaghy.
How are you?
I am well. How are you?
I am delightful. Coming back from the American Foundation for the Blind preparation talk at the New York Yacht Club. You want to know my fun fact for today, Bella?
What is your fun fact for today, Sean?
The New York Yacht Club has nothing to do with water or boats.
What?
What?
I don't understand.
Yes, it is no boats, no yachts. It's in the middle of Manhattan, but it's the New York Yacht Club. What do I know? So
that is hysterical. But do people like that go there? Do they have yachts or no?
I think so. It's like super, amazing. When Tink walked in, she said, "You know what I smell? Old money." No, just so what is it, Bella Rita, that is your fun fact?
I think my fun fact is that I caught 2 waves this morning.
Yes.
That's fun. I was actually in an ocean that didn't feel like a washing machine and actually got to catch 2 waves this morning. So that's fun.
Yes, I love it. I'm present to it. Gina Ricci, we love you from the multiverse. Mwah. Great job sending us every single day. Your remarkableness is present. And thank you, Gina Ricci.
Thank you, Sean Callaghy, Bella Rita, and everyone. I hope to see you again soon. Have fun exploring Integrous Influence. Ciao for now.
Bye-bye.
So, Bella, who the heck's going first?
Ooh, well, I think since Rummel just kind of jumped in, let's start with Julian today.
Julian, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, and I want to get the proper pronunciation. It's Julian?
Jillian.
Jillian with a J-I, correct?
Yeah, like Jack and Jill.
Yeah, Jillian. Awesome. Yeah. So my goddaughter is named Jillian. That's what I thought of my search. So we have Jillian and Rommel. So Jillian, here's what we're doing. This is about the superpower of influence and how we go from hello to yes to people. Like that's what we're doing here, because the differential between people and influence is actually, I think, even more than like the Incredible Hulk. How much that dude is stronger than all the other people. I think that Oprah Winfrey has even more influence than the average person. The Hulk has strength. So influence is in fact, an attainable superpower for people. That's what we're talking about. So how do you unpack it? How do you do it integrously? That's what the Real Raw is all about, because it's controlling our marketing, our selling, our leadership, our management, our recruiting, our fundraising, for profit and nonprofit. All of it is present. So Jillian, with that said, hello to yes is how it happens. And your and Rommel's mission today is to go from hello to yes with Bella Rita on something that's a big yes for you in the world. So who would you like Bella Rita to be as you go from hello to yes? She could be an ideal client avatar. She could be anything. She could be a book publisher, whatever. Who would you like Bella Rita to be, Jillian?
Julian, are you there? I see her, Sean, but it doesn't look like our sound's working or something.
All right, let's get the Unblinded team on it. Then we'll flip flop. Rommel.
Yeah, let's start with Rommel.
Yeah. So Rommel.
Can you hear me now?
Yep. Oh, we got you, Jillian. Yes.
I don't know what happened there for a second. Sorry, it wasn't unmuted, but it just wanted me to select my microphone again. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, Bella, I would like you to be a publisher named Mary at the top-rated #1 publishing company, and I'm going to try to influence you to get a meeting with me about my book.
I love it. Let's do it.
Let's go do it. Mary, take us.
Okay, so
Mary.
Hi, Mary. Thanks for taking my call today. I know you're busy and you only have a few minutes, so I'll get right to it. I have an awesome opportunity to partner with another publishing company currently. They really have some exciting and wonderful feedback and ideas around me signing with them, making them my official publisher of my new book. They mentioned all kinds of perks and, practically all but guaranteed me bestseller status. I almost signed with them. However, I'd be remiss if I didn't take the top shelf product and at least talk to you. I'll give you the basics of the book here and why I think it would be a great feather in your hat. First of all, this book is about the lessons I learned in my 20-year relationship and the lessons that I should have learned. It was designed out of necessity. It was originally a cathartic way for me to deal with what at the time was a devastating loss of over a 20-year relationship in my life. As I learned more about how to deal with breakup and loss of that magnitude in my life, I talked to others that had gone through breakups. I realized the general idea of breakup was more like a couple years of relationship going bad. I started to see how few people had relationships that had made it as long as 20 years. And Mary, I did a little homework on you, and I know you and your husband have been together for 25 years. I'm sure you can agree that this relationship is significantly different than the guy you casually dated in college or whatever before you met your husband, right? As you know, much of what, we'd love to say is wedded bliss for 25 years. I'm sure you too had your own unique challenges. So check this out, Mary. When we get married, we usually have the picture book or some type of flyer at each seat of wedding advice from the guests. What if every guest that gave you that advice generously shared?
Julian, I want to interrupt real quick because I want to make sure you actually got me. This isn't a voicemail. You actually got me on the phone, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure you actually knew I was here.
Absolutely. So what I was going to ask you was if everyone, had generously shared that heartfelt way in 20 years of worth of relationship, do you think you would obviously have some golden nuggets in there, right?
Definitely.
Absolutely. Do you think if someone had given you a book like that at your wedding, you would have read it with reverence?
That I'm not sure. That is an interesting question. I think if I was gonna read a book at my wedding, or if someone gave me a wedding gift as a book, I would think it'd be how to have a happy marriage, or 10 keys to a successful marriage. I don't know
what this book is, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Absolutely. So, if you were ready to start another relationship, if it hadn't worked out, you see what I'm saying?
Got it. Okay.
So what I did here is I interviewed over 100 people that have had a relationship for more than 20 years and asked them what they wish they would have known about cultivating an amazing relationship and what's basically what they did right and what they didn't do right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got about 10 more seconds, Julian, and I got to run.
Okay, great. No problem. So what I wanted to basically see is I do have some availability. I'm going to be in your area next week. I know you're going to want, obviously, in on talking a little bit more about this. I figured you'd want to at least take a half an hour and learn more about it. I have next Tuesday, or would next week work better for you?
Yeah, I would say, why don't you send the book over to us? Let us take a look, and then we'll see if we want to schedule an appointment. How does that sound?
Sure.
Awesome. Thank you.
Jillian meeting a tough book publisher in round one, but excellent job. I love the concept of the book. Let's see what Rom has to say in terms of who he would like Bella Verita to be. And we'll come back on the judges in a couple of minutes. Jillian, Rommel, who would you like Bella Verita to be?
I would like Bella Verita to be a daughter of either her mom or her father that's looking for either an assisted living or a group home for her mom or her father. And
let's go with my father, because my mother watches this show all the time, and if I talk about putting her in a nursing home on this show, I could be getting a lot of dirty texts during the show. So let's not go with mom.
Not a problem.
All right, let's do it. So Bella, let's pick it up, and you're looking for a place for your dad.
There we go. Hello, this is Bella.
Hi, Bella. My name is Rommel Timbo, and I was referred to you by the Cleveland Clinic Comprehensive Brain Center here in Las Vegas. So Michelle over there told me that you were possibly looking for a place for your father here in Las Vegas. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
he told me he's looking for a fun place to go.
Okay. So tell me a little bit of a story in about 20 seconds or less. Basically, how dad is, what's his likes, what's his dislikes.
Well, I would say his biggest like is smoking pot, and he's been very clear with me. He doesn't want to go anywhere that doesn't allow him to smoke. So that is a big thing for him. My father, he is he's a veteran. He's a 2-time war veteran. And he is really looking for, a place that is fun. He He's very charismatic. People love him. He loves people. So he's not really looking for a place where he can quote grow old. He's really looking for a place that can keep him young as he ages in years. I think that's probably most important. And it wouldn't hurt if it had like some, ladies in the place that he could maybe, dance with and flirt with from time to time.
Okay, sounds good. Now, if we were to look at it, considering what Dad makes through his retirement, any other kind of life insurance policies, here in the state of Nevada and in the United States, we have what is called VA aid and attendance programs. So we just need to get a copy of his DD 214, and then we would go ahead. Yeah, we would have to go ahead. We would bring him to, I know about 6, they call it veteran service officers. And what these veteran service officers are, they get paid by the number of programs that they can put our veterans on under in the VA administration. So in terms of aid and attendance, they would have, the most I've seen it is about $3,000 you can get for a veteran that you can use towards the payment of. So it sounds like that is looking not so much for he needs a place that he needs assistance. He more needs a place where he can enjoy himself, yet at least live kind of his independent lifestyle, being that he likes to meet other seniors, preferably women either.
But let's not tell him he's a senior though, okay?
Okay, that sounds good. All right. And then, utilizing also the fact that he likes the, smoking marijuana and doing that and everything. There's definitely a way that I can go ahead and I can, off the top of my head, I can get you to maybe 6 different assisted living communities. I know the executive directors, they're the administrators that run these assisted living communities that you can go ahead, depending on your schedule.
Hey, Rommel, that was another call that came in that I've got to jump to. So I've got about 10 more seconds. What's our next steps? What do we do?
Our next step would be this. Let me go ahead. I will call these 6 communities. I will make times that you would be able to visit each of these facilities. If Dad wants to come along, he's more than welcome to go come along with us. And then we can check it out and see if any one of them kind of feels whether he's going to like it, he's going to see it, he's going to hear it, he's going to taste it, he's going to smell it, and he's going to hear it.
Perfect.
And if they check all the boxes, I'll make sure that I give you a call. Give me about another maybe hour to hour and a half, and I guarantee I'll get you 6 different options where we can view it, either probably starting tomorrow. Okay?
Okay, great. Thank you, Rommel. I appreciate that.
Thank you very much, Bella.
Thank you.
Excellent job, Rommel. Bella, do you know what Rommel forgot to tell you?
No, but I bet you're going to tell me.
Yes, that all 6 of those facilities are in Jamaica. Excellent job, Rommel. Let's see what the judges have to say about Jillian and Rommel in terms of their hello to yes influence as a superpower. So let us begin. Let's begin with Anum. What do you have for Jillian? 30 seconds of feedback, please. 15 seconds on what worked, 15 seconds on what could be optimized, and then a score on a scale of 1 to 10. Please, Anum, what do you have?
Okay, so in the end, you were like really great. Like I think you had like already started and it took you some time to get there. But in the end, like you like were great. Like you asked for time and, you were focusing on her. And that was like really great, but it took some time for you to like get there and become like really fast with it. But that was really good. And I like how you ended it. In the beginning, it was just like, I think a little bit slow, I think it was just less focus on the publisher. And if you were able to focus more on her and make it more like, how you ended it and just being that quick, it will have, I think, like it will just have been like great. But I really
and your score for Jillian is?
I give her an 8.
Excellent. Great job, Anam. Let's go, John. John, please. Well, actually, no. Anam, real quick. Let's go actually this way. Please, Anam, what'd you have for Rommel? And then we'll go to John on both Ivy and Rommel. So what do you have, please? Yes, Anam.
So I did like how you were focused on your client. That was great. You were completely focused on her and her needs. And I liked that a lot. There were some times, where it was a little bit confusing, like, so when you were trying to close with her, I was a little bit confused, like as how you were going to provide her all the details. But otherwise it was like really good. And, you were really focused on the client, and I liked that a lot. So I will give you a 10.
Woo! 10s are very rare in this space. Congratulations, Rommel. Awesome. And Belle, your dad's going to be happy with a 10 in Jamaica. It's unbelievable. So let's go, John. What do you have, please, for Jillian?
Jillian, first of all, she's has a lot of energy, and I know she was very prepared for this conversation because, well, one of the negative things is that she was reading what her preparation was instead of just telling someone. And Bella actually jogged her out of that when she said, "I'm on the phone with you." And that kind of shifted the gears, and I think made Jillian a little less nervous and a little bit more prepared. And then the one thing that I would say is don't back down. You back down when Bella said, "Why don't you just send me the book?" And you never want to accept that. You want to make sure that you're gonna get in their face somehow, and that is one main thing.
Great feedback, John. And your score for Jillian is
7.
Beautiful.
Nice. Thank you, John. And how about for Rommel?
I thought Rommel did a very good job. He has a good telephone voice. His for the Zoom hearing, and of course mine's dark too. It's a little bit too dark for that. But one of the things, he was kind of thrown a curveball when he was talking about the partying dad, as opposed to most people who are looking for places they can put their parents while they have dementia. And so I really thought that when he was able to adapt to that, and then the main thing is his promise for follow-up, I really give that a lot of merit, because he says, "I'm going to call you back with 6 different options by tomorrow." And if he actually did that, then he would have my business.
And that's awesome. John, your feedback is phenomenal. And your score for Rommel is?
I'd give him an 8.5.
Nice. Great job, Rommel. Great job, Jillian. Let's go to Ivy. Ivy, are you ready?
I am ready.
Awesome. So what do you have for Jillian, please?
All right. I think the intro was a little bit long. I felt like she was just going over. I thought it was more of a negative thing at first, considering if this was a book given to someone at their wedding. But I do believe that she should touch on more the key points instead of going through so much of the general. She should touch on points.
And your score for Julian is?
I say 7.5.
Nice. What do you have for Rommel, please, Ivy?
All right, and for Rommel, I think he threw out a lot of options, which is great. He was very thorough, and he did touch on the key points, very focused. And I thought it was great that he did say that he was going to follow up, which is very important when you're dealing with a client. And I would give him 9.5.
Nice.
Excellent job, Ivy. So,
Sean, you just muted yourself somehow. You muted yourself and turned your video off. Vince, can we help him out?
Hey, Sean. I believe we have you unmuted. If not, we might have to call them back.
Might have to do that. It looks like he went through a tunnel, so I don't know if we lost him.
We unmuted?
I'll be right back.
Oh, there you are.
Me?
You are unmuted.
Gotcha.
Your camera somehow got turned off too, but.
All right, Vince, just turn my camera back on at your earliest convenience. Hold on, actually give me 5 seconds, Sean. Can you see I turn the camera on? Get back to the camera.
No, it says to start your video, it says.
Yeah, So, Vince, if you could do that, that would be awesome. Thank you. So, Ivy, do you think we should have some more fun today?
Yes.
Yes, I like having fun. So, Bella Rita, any thoughts on our having more fun today?
I do have thoughts on having more fun today, Sean. I don't know if you're up for this, because I know we had kind of mixed it up, but I did think Julian was quite prepared when she came, but I thought there might be an opportunity to, also show what is the magic of influence. And so we can either go with some anyone random here, or we could even go with Julian's scenario. And I think you should get to show everyone what the magic of integrity-based human influence and that superpower actually is. And you should get to be able to put on the hot seat. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. So Jill, it's Jillian.
Yep.
Would you like to set a scenario? Would you like for me to step in and be you and talk about what that book publishing agreement might be, or put me on the hot seat of any scenario you want of me having to go from hello to yes? Would you like to set that, Jillian?
Sure.
Okay. So would you like to be you, or do you want to set a different scenario?
Yeah, no, be me. Do that one.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So no problem. How about you're the book publisher? Sound good?
Okay.
All right. So, and you're Mary, the book publisher. I am Jillian. Sound good?
Yes.
Okay. And they're working on my camera.
I just want to hang on before you do this. I want to specify what this book is. This is a book about how to stay in a relationship for 20 years. You get that, right?
I do. 100%.
Okay.
My list is deep and sharp. Yep.
Okay.
He's got the sharpest listening of any human. I know he can hear what you think. I kid you not.
Okay.
All right. So Jillian, I'm sorry. So Mary, thank you so much for taking my phone call. I know how unbelievably busy you are, how successful a publishing company you have. So it's an honor and a privilege to just get these 3 minutes. And I get it. If you like something you hear, we're going to have a longer meeting. If not, we won't. But thank you for the 3 minutes, Mary.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. So Mary, can I ask a question? With you and the work that you do, what is your mission, your work, your vision for the publishing company? What do you stand for? I mean, I've read the website. I know what you say. It's getting great work out there to the world. But what moves your heart? What's your why? And how does it align with the publishing companies?
I think what really we try to focus on is only publishing books that we believe are going to actually help people.
Awesome. And how do you define help people?
Change lives for the better.
Okay. Can I ask this? Why, Mary, does that matter to you?
Because you can do something that's just to do something, or you can do something that matters, right?
I love this. I'm hearing heart resonance. And if I could ask this, and I know I'm using my time. I know we're down to a minute and a half or so to go. But what causes your heart to operate that way? What's the legacy, the impact in the world that you want to have?
I think as far as legacy, it's more about, leaving behind something that brings people together and can influence change for the better.
Awesome. So thank you for that. I'm hearing your heart. I'm hearing your vision and desire to just make the world a greater place. Am I hearing you correctly, Mary?
Absolutely.
So it'd be okay if I just shared a little bit about what I'm up to and see if there's any resonance or not.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think that the number one problem in the country, if not the world, Mary, is that relationships don't stay. And people can tell us all day long that it doesn't matter, and there's all sorts of different ways to function and grow. But the cost of relationship fit in terms of money, time, and energy is in the trillions and trillions of dollars in America alone. The pain, the heartache, the frustration, all of it. And some wonderful things happen in my life, but the thing that I'm most proud of and thankful for is that I have a relationship with my husband that's perfectly imperfect, that has lasted for 20 years. And I've asked myself for an incredibly long period of time, Why? Why are there so few relationships around me, like virtually none, that I'd want to be in? And people either divorced, in breakups, or living lives of quiet desperation. Now, there's a million books written about this very phenomenon. I'm not foolish, nor am I blind. But what I am hyper present to is there's a need for more. So my book, my work, talks about a conversation my husband and I had and all of the surrounding dynamics of how to create an authentic and real relationship that truly works with cutting edge perspective from the perspective of that couch, magnified through all the teaching points, the fun, the heart, the humor, all of it, with powerful wisdom for impact. So my question is, does that resonate with you at all in the mission of your great publishing company?
It does.
So what I would be honored to do is to spend 30 minutes coming in and having a conversation. I know our 3 minutes is up. Would you like to have that meeting with me? Because if you, I guarantee, whatever you're feeling, it's like some positive goal is going to exponentially increase in our meeting. I know everybody says that, but I know that you feel there might be something here, and you're right. So your thoughts, Mary?
Absolutely. I have some time next week.
Awesome. Let's do it. Okay, out of roll. All right, Jillian, how did that resonate for you or not?
It resonated really well for me. I feel like that's more of the kind of conversation I was going for. And unfortunately, when Bella kind of like was, hey, you realize you're talking to a person, I was just about to like get to the real connection that I had planned. So I kind of cut all that out and just skipped to the close because she was giving me a hard time. But I think I just took too long in the beginning to get to the point where I was asking questions.
Yeah, and I would always, we talk about integrous influence and sequencing of opening up listening. And what we always say is speaking isn't opening up listening.
Right.
So if you notice sequencing, right away, before I said a word about anything I was doing, I created a framework, a context in and around who you are and who the publishing company is, who you Mary are, to speak into that frame. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So quick question. Let's go with John. John, how did that resonate for you, how we approach the Jillian scenario?
Well, I think it was more genuine. And genuineness, especially if you're a writer, is going to be everything because you're writing from your heart and your soul. And so that's something that you're now the question is that you're taking something that's super secret and now you're trying to exploit it as much as possible, which is something that's kind of opposite for a writer to do. But what you got to do is you got to be able to pour your heart into the exploitation of your material so that you can make money. And that's what writers do. And so, but it's about being true to yourself and being genuine. And you've got to be that. But the other thing is that
Ella, did we lose me or John?
I was talking
we
to
must
Jay.
lost you because I could hear John the entire time. Yeah, you're kind of cutting out a little bit. Yep, because
Nicole, my Ella on speaker.
We got you, Sean.
But I thought that Sean that it was good because it was genuine. Let's just leave it at that.
Got it. I think thank you so much for your feedback, John, and Julian, I want to just share from my heart that wasn't giving you a hard time.
No, I know.
Yeah, if you had called someone and you were talking that long, they might have just hung up on you because it was like a monologue and you could kind of tell you were reading versus like it being and the difference with what Sean does is it's starting out with that genuine connection, which is why I had him do kind of show you the magic of what integrity based human influence is, because that connection at the beginning of a conversation, especially when you have 3 minutes with someone, is so important. And so starting out with questions, versus a monologue about let me tell you why I'm calling you, then you'll open that listening integrity from the heart from the beginning. And you have such a beautiful heart, and I knew you came here prepared, so I wanted to definitely be of service. Sean, it sounds like we got you back.
Yes. Hey guys, thanks for all that you're doing. Jillian, great job. Rommel, great job.
And let's go with this. So, John, how was your experience today on the Real Raw?
I've enjoyed it. I have. I didn't really know what to expect, but I would do it again.
Awesome. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. And what's
I
the
do
big,
hope
what's the
that
big
everything.
yes?
I hope that
Go ahead.
go ahead.
No, you go ahead, John.
Oh, I was just going to say that I hope that the criticism was taken in the light that it was meant, and that was to improve.
Yeah, absolutely, John. Great job. And John, what's a yes that would matter to you in a big way in the world? Like, what's a yes that you're seeking?
A yes that matters?
Yeah, like what would be a yes? You know, like for Jillian, a yes would be from a book publisher. You know, we're supporting the American Foundation for the Blind. So a big yes that we'd be seeking is, I don't know, for maybe Pat Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs to say that we could auction off passing lessons and dinner with him. Like that might be a big yes for us. Like what's a big yes for you in the world?
Well, I volunteer frequently for Give Kids the World down in Orlando, Florida. I think it's a great program, and it's something that you can go volunteer, and you can make things for children. You can improve the site, and it's something that I got involved with many other attorneys down in at a convention down in Orlando, and we've turned that into about 1,000 people going to Give Kids the World and letting these children have wishes before surgeries and or horrible treatments that they have.
Wow. Well, that's awesome. And so yeses for supporting that beautiful charity. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, awesome, brother. Well, appreciate you being here and all your fantastic feedback.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go with Anum. How was your time with us today on The Real Raw? Thank you for being here and doing such a great job.
I had a good time. It was a good experience, and thank you for having me.
Appreciate you. And how about Ivy? How about yourself? How was your time on this Trajectory Tuesday on The Real Raw?
It was great. I did not know what to expect. I was just like, okay, am I doing this right? What do I do at this point? But I can honestly say that I've enjoyed it. And I think that I would definitely like to come back on because I know what to do. So I liked it.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we think about, like, isn't it weird? And this happens, 3,000 people have been on The Real Raw. And it's extraordinary. And there's patterns of how people communicate about influence and being here. And one of the things that is the most remarkable to me, and I don't say this in any like lessening way, because people say it all the time. So like, I just wasn't prepared. I wasn't really sure. Like, we don't learn about influence and the exponentiality of those differences. I sat in the American Foundation for the Blind today at the New York Yacht Club as the president of the AFB, Dr. Kirk Adams, talked about how we just raised $2.5 million in the last 60 days in wildly unconventional ways that we were using this unblinded formula to co-create. And the event we have coming up in September. And what I'm present to is this space of influence is truly the only attainable superpower. And whether we like it or not, we're present to it or not, aware of it or not, it's controlling our money, time, and magic. Like our egos circulate in it, our fear circulates in it, but the differential of people to create outcomes and results in sales meetings and speaking engagements, in actual sales and scaling, recruiting, retaining, leading, causing is so wildly different. And that's the space. And this is just the beginning of that access point of playing with it. What does it look like in 3 minutes? That's the game we're playing. So again, Ivy and John, thank you for doing a very hard job of judging and giving people feedback, because it's not easy, because we like to protect ourselves, protect each other, right? And there's nothing not protecting about sharing and giving and contributing to people's rising their mastery of influence. So Rommel, put a 10 on the board, brother. Great job. How was your time with us on the Real Raw today?
It was excellent. It was something that, At first, I thought I was going to be a judge, but then since I kind of came late, they asked if I could be. Nina asked if I could be a participant, so I decided to go ahead and do it because I always like trying to do things where it challenges me. It doesn't put me in my comfort zone. So this definitely helped me do that. So thank you to everybody for allowing me to have such a wonderful experience.
Rommel, thank you. Beautiful job, truly, brother. Jillian, thank you. Thank you for letting me play you in the role play and for becoming Mary the publisher. Love what your book is about. I meant every word I share from my heart. That is an epidemic. The epidemic of pain, destruction, creation, dysfunction, all the things around relationship. Again, congratulations on your extraordinary relationship. And how was your time today with us on the Real Raw, Jillian?
It was amazing. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. What biggest takeaway for you from today? What would it be?
I think probably to be that my best preparation is unpreparated.
Ooh.
Yes.
John lives by that motto.
Yes.
Yes. Authentic heart-centeredness coming out. Yep. That's it. Awesome job. So great job, Jillian. And Bella Verita, wonderful as always. Final.
Final is, really truly want to thank everyone for being here today. And, Sean, every time, you show everyone what the magic of influence is, actually about is, it makes a difference in everyone's life. And my hope for everyone today is that you get to away, what integrity-based human influence is, because Tony Robbins said, there's no one that leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagate. And so the team put a gift in the chat for you. So definitely download that gift. Hopefully you can hear me. And hopefully we'll see you back.
Awesome job, Bella. For everyone, we really appreciate you enormously. The work we do here is about influence and what to do with it and to get yourself to use it. 3 different things: the masterful skill of integrous influence, but also what do you do with it to create compounding acceleration, whether it's raising money, selling more, marketing more, recruiting, leading, causing, and to get yourself to use it. Because our fear of rejection and fear of failure, which of course are just illusions, they limit and inhibit human beings in influence in the most profound of ways, readily and continuously. So thank you for overcoming your fear of rejection, fear of failure, stepping up and judging, participating, all the things. Jillian Rommel, especially sitting those seats. Anum, Ivy, John, fantastic job. On behalf of Bella Verita, the entire Unblinded team, we are gratefully appreciative. And just remember that our money, time, and magic is right there in front of us. The money, time, and magic. But Bella Verita, there's a problem. We're all blind.
And just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you all. Great job.
Bye-bye.
Baby, I've been